be sure and put all of our friends online onto mute. Alrighty. And I put myself in the pin. And then I put the view into gallery. So, everyone, what are we going to do today? Today we're going to open our hips a little bit, and we're going to work some on our balance in a few different silly and creative ways. So, to get started, why don't we come to our back so that we can loosen our hips from the ground. So if you want to come into constructive rest, come lying down onto your back as if you were going to do bridge pose, but then widen your feet a little bit. Knees are bent, feet are on the floor. Widen your feet toward the edges of your mat and maybe pigeon toe a little bit or drop your knees a little bit toward each other. And let your arms relax. So that might mean widening them out as if you were doing Shavasana. Palms rolling, facing open toward the ceiling. As you breathe in and out, fill up fully on the inhale with relaxation. And as you exhale, feel your stress and anxiety lift and float away from your body. Wow. I'm sorry the sound downstairs is a little loud today. So, I'm just registering the last few students who are joining us online. Feel your breath relax and deepen. And as we begin to loosen our hips, leave your arms where they are. Leave your feet where they are. As you exhale, allow your knees to drop to the left. Yeah. And while you're here, allow yourself to deepen the breath into the hips. If you're just joining us online, welcome. Inhaling, lift your knees, roll over to the other side. Exhale, drop them down. We're in constructive rest. On your back, knees are bent, feet are on the floor, knees are dropping to the right. Let's go 2 breaths now. As you inhale, lift your knees. Exhale, lower your knees to the left and hold. Inhale, lift your knees. Exhale, lower your knees to the other side. One breath now. Inhale, lift your knees. Exhale, lower your knees. Inhale, knees lift. Exhale, knees to the right. So we're doing constructive rest. Our feet are on the floor. Knees are bent. Yeah. Inhale up and exhale over. Inhale, lift your knees. One more time each side. Drop to the right. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drop to the left. them back together in front of your heart. Pull them out wide, draw them around together and back. Circling in this motion. Relax. Reversing, open the other way. Place both feet to the mat. Pull your right knee to your chest. Straighten out your left leg on the floor. If that doesn't feel safe to your back, please bend your knee again. Circle your right ankle around as you squeeze and open your toes. We're going to make a single leg upside down pigeon. So hold your kneecap with your right hand and bring your ankle across your body and reach toward your ankle or your lower shin with your left leg. I'm sorry, left hand. And pull that ankle towards your head even as you encourage your knee away from you. So imagine if you were flipped upside down, you would be in pigeon pose here. Keep the ankle flexed and neutral. And if you like, gently bring your leg to one side or the other, just a little bit across your body to feel how that changes the location of the stretch in the hip. And release. Bend both knees again. Pull your left knee into your chest. Straighten your right leg on the floor. Circle your left ankle around as you point and flex. Squeeze and open your toes. And again, making that upside down pigeon, push your knee away with your left hand. Hold your ankle or lower shin with your right hand. And you can bring your shin in as close as is comfortable, or you can leave it pressed away from you as if you were doing a single leg figure four. And gently experiment with pulling your shin across your body a little bit in one way or the other and see if you like a position slightly better that you want to hold over there. Keep the ankle flexed so that the foot is in neutral instead of pointed. Yeah. And relax. Pull both knees to your chest again. Now we'll take happy baby here. You can lift your soles of your feet toward the ceiling. Press your lower back and tailbone down. It wants to lift up and face the ceiling, but don't let that happen. And you can pull your feet down. The feet are apart and facing the ceiling. You can pull your feet down. If you're holding behind the knees, right, pull your knees down. Keep your knees bent. Resist. Push your feet or legs into your hands. And release. Drop your feet down. Constructive rest again. Widen your feet. And windshield wiper your knees side to side. So knees are bent. Feet are on the floor, wide apart. Drop your knees to each side. Release, pull your knees to your heart. Relax it. So we're going to do that 2 more times. Please keep breathing as you do this. Make your 90-degree angle, flex your ankles, put some space between your knees and between your feet. Go ahead, press, make some resistance. Pull your lower back down into the mat. Engage your abdominals. And release, pull your knees to your chest. Let's do that 1 more time. Get ready to go. Set it up, 90-degree angle, flex your ankles, press. Try not to squeeze your feet together. Let them have a little bit of space. Breathe. And release, pull your knees in. 1 more time, constructive rest legs. Drop your feet down, wide feet, knees apart, and then windshield wiper side to side. So release the hip flexor by doing this. The hip flexor gets a little tight and anxious when we do those abdominal exercises. So this is loosening it up. And when you feel like you're all finished with that, roll to your side and press yourself up into a comfortable seat. Once you get settled upright, let your hands rest on your knees, and we'll circle around your shoulders, opening up the whole torso. Taking this through cat and cow in your upper body as you move. Reverse direction. Very nice. Now let's sit up tall, and with your shins crossed, see if you can walk your feet away from you a little bit, and then walk your feet away from each other a little bit, so that they end up closer to your knees. And so they're further away from your bum, and they're away from each other, and then flex your ankles. Yeah. So it's a different kind of seat. Instead of pointing feet close to the body, we got the feet away from us. We're taking the feet out to the side, and we're going to flex them so that we're really on the outside blade edge. And then dropping your knees down. So this is awkward for some of us who have really tight hips. If that's the case, you're going to try to sit up on a block at either medium or low and allow that to drop the knees open a little wider. All right? Take a forward fold. Inhale tall. Exhale sternum forward. And you can rest your fingers in front or on a block in front. Try not to drop your head. Bring your sternum forward as you pull your belly into the spine. And as you come down, press the side edges of your feet so that your ankles don't collapse and sickle. We don't want to feel this pinch. We want to keep it neutral and really press that baby toe knuckle. All right, let's rise up from the head. And we'll take a twist here. Place your left fingertips right behind your tailbone. Inhale your right arm straight up, get really tall. Exhale, turn your ribs to the left and drop the back of your hand to the outside of your knee. Across your body. Yeah, back of your hand. So flip your palm to face away from you. Press the back of your hand. Relax your shoulders. That's it. Maybe you can turn your neck a little more and look a little more behind you. Good. Inhale, let's come back to the center. Uncross your knees. Bring your tiptoes to the floor. Lift your knees toward your shoulders and squeeze yourself into a tiny little crunch in the abdominals here. Breathing. All right, let's let your ankle sickle so that you get those little ankle wrinkles. We want to keep it neutral so it's nice and flat there. Okay, here we go. Forward fold again. Inhale tall. Exhale, pull the sternum forward, but don't let the shoulders or the head collapse. Yeah, very nice. Fingertips can be to the floor in front or to a block in front. And rest. Feel that open in the hip, in the outer hip, in the low back. All right, rising up, lift from your head, walk back up, taking that twist. Take your right hand, place the fingertips just behind your tailbone. Inhale, lift your left arm up. Exhale, twist to your right and drop the back of your hand to the outside of your knee. Make some resistance there. Relax your shoulders, turn your neck, turning your face to look behind as much as is comfortable. Inhaling, return to the center. Exhale, relax your shoulders and bounce them up and down. Take your fingertips out beside you. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, tipping right. Press your right palm to the floor. Fingertips are going to point away from you. Let your elbows soften. And can you press your left ribs away to the right, to the left side? Drop your gaze down to your right wrist and gently nod your head. Inhale, rise up, change to the other side, exhale over. Again, plant your palm, drop your elbow and shoulder. Reach across and pull your right ribs to the right. If that doesn't feel right on your shoulder, let your hand rest at your shoulder or at your waist. Turn your gaze down toward your wrist and gently nod your head. Inhale, rise up, tip over the other way. Exhale, 2 breaths here. Inhale, up and over, other side. Exhale, turn your gaze, 2 breaths here. Inhale, up and over, 1 time. Exhale. Inhale, come up and over. Exhale. Inhale, come up. Bring both hands to the sky, then exhale, hands to your heart. Let's recross the shins the other way. Notice which thumb is on top of your interlaced fingers. Roll your wrists. Stop the rolling, press your interlaced palms forward. Reach them up over your head as best you can. Reverse, come back down and pull into your heart. Uncross the hands, recross the fingers with the opposite thumb on the top. Roll the wrists again. This is usually the awkward one where you can't figure out how to do that without also moving your elbows and your arms. Now press those palms forward. Inhale again up, big stretch, maybe a little to the back. And return to your heart. All right. And relax, shaking out. Let's get a good energetic shake through the arms. And bring your palms together, building some heat. Relax your hands into your lap, close your eyes, deep breath in. Big sigh out. Hands and knees, please, tabletop. Add whatever extra support you need. Wrists or ankles, perhaps. inhale into your heart? Or do you feel today you need to inhale to your upper back? Coming to neutral, take your hips side to side, pulling your head to the opposite side. And moving into big circles, back by your feet, over your fingertips, and around. Take this as slowly as you would like, squeezing out all the juice. Reverse your circle. Tuck your toes underneath and sit onto your feet as you press back. You're welcome to stay tipped forward with your head to the floor, or you might choose to sit up, really stretching out all of the toes. Hands and knees again. We'll take a balance this time. Extending forward your left arm, thumb facing the sky. Extend back your opposite leg, toes point at the floor. Hold and lift. As always, one piece at a time is fine. You decide. Changing sides. Reach forward with your right arm, thumb pointing up. Reach backward with your opposite leg, toes pointing straight down. Release down. Going again with the first side. Left arm forward, opposite leg back. This time we're going to bend and pull to the middle as you round your back. Knee, elbow, and chin toward each other. Inhaling as you expand to reach. Pulling on the exhale. Reaching on the inhale. Changing sides. Reaching with the right fingers, opposite leg. As you exhale, come to the middle in a rounded shape. Release to tabletop. Tuck your toes underneath you. Come up to kneeling in this position, bringing your hips directly over your knees. If you need to put a blanket here, go ahead. Bring your hands as if you had back pockets. And pull your elbows toward each other as you push your tailbone toward the front. Zipper up and buckle your ribs together. Take your heart and lift it straight up. Gazing a little toward the ceiling. Gentle heart opener here. Exhale, release. Hands come out the front, downward dog. Lift your hips up and press back. Soften the knees in the beginning, perhaps. Pedal your feet gently, slowly. Taking a long and deep, luxurious calf stretch. stillness in your downward dog, pulling your hips up and away from your hands. As you inhale, lift your heels, round your back, and roll into plank. Drop your knees if you'd like. As you exhale, bend your elbows and come to the floor. Inhale, lift yourself into cobra. Exhale, lower back down. Good. Inhale, lift your head and heart. Exhale, lower back down. One more time. This time we'll hold. Make sure you're pressing your tailbone without squeezing your buttocks. Downward dog again. Lift your navel up. Tuck your toes. If you'd rather take child's pose, go right ahead. Inhale, lift your heels, round yourself into plank again. Exhale, lower to the ground. Drop your knees if you want to. Cobra, inhale, lift your head and shoulders. Exhale, downward dog. One more cycle through. Inhale, roll into plank. Exhale, lower to the ground. Inhale, lifting into cobra. Exhale, downward dog. This time, lift your heels up, bend your knees. Push your hands as you walk your hands back and land in standing forward fold at the back of your mat. Allow yourself to be here in any comfortable space. So that might mean very bent knees. Please drop your head and let it hang. You might like to support your hands on opposite elbows or on your shins or blocks or the floor. If your spine is healthy and you do not have any osteopenia or osteoporosis, you might like to roll up very slowly to standing. If you do have any challenges in your spine, you'll want to bend your knees first and lift your head and lift yourself up in a flat back leg. Once you reach fully standing, take your arms out and reach up toward the ceiling. Touch your palms together, slide them down through the center of your heart. Release your arms all the way down, reach out and up again. Hold on to the left wrist and lean right. Let your left hip move out to the side. Inhale, rise, change hands, lean over the other way. Inhale, rise. Open into a swan dive all the way down. Lift halfway up with a nice long extended spine. Fold back down. Rise up again, reaching to the ceiling, hands to the heart. Let's step the right foot forward into warrior one. Hands are reaching up, tailbone is pressing forward. Take yourself on two separate foot tracks so you're not standing on the tail of your front foot for this one, so we keep our hips and our knees healthy. Then we'll take the fingertips to the back of the head, open your elbows wide. Take a little cat and cow here. As you exhale, pull your elbows in and round your upper back. Inhale, open your elbows and lift your upper back. Yeah. So I want you to focus here that you're using upper back and not the middle back. So don't let your lower ribs unbuckle and escape out the front. Last one like this. Squeeze your elbows, round your shoulders. Inhale, open up. Release your hands to interlace behind you. Press your arms as straight as you can with also connecting the heels of your hands to each other. As you exhale, reach forward with your head and heart coming straight out over your front leg. And as comfortable as it may be for your arms, lift them to some degree away from your back. Release your hands, let them dangle at the floor. Now reach them forward and stand all the way up and lift your arms. Hands come to your heart, step your feet together. Inhale, reach your arms up. Swan dive, forward fold, open and drop down. Halfway lifting up. Fold forward again. Stand all the way tall with arms open overhead. Palms together to your heart. Second side, left foot in the front. Right foot steps to the back. Hips stay to the front. Shoulders stay to the front. Arms expand up. Warrior one. Bend that left knee. Good. So with our warrior one, this back leg, we should be feeling a little groin stretch here on the adductor. Yeah, let's take the arms open to cactus this time. So similar but different. We're going to take the elbows and forearms to touch. Round your upper back, drop your chin. Inhale, open your heart and pull the elbows toward each other. Squeeze your upper back muscles. Good. Pull them in. Keep that front knee bent. Open up. Exhale together. Inhale, open. One more. Exhale together. Round your back. Inhale, open. Release your hands and try to interlace with the opposite upward thumb on the top. Try to straighten your arms as best you can. Hips stay square. Reach forward. Keep pressing into both feet. Pull your navel up away from the floor. As comfortable as it might be, try to lift your arms with the palms connected to each other. Unlace your fingers, let your hands dangle toward the floor. Then reach your arms forward and rise. Stand all the way up. Step together, hands to the heart. One more forward fold. Inhale, lift all the way up. Swan dive, open and drop down. Half lifting. Forward fold. Stand all the way up. Hands to your heart. Let's step into warrior two with the right foot in the front. Nice wide stance. So this time you do get to stand on the tail of your front foot. So make sure the tail goes right underneath the arch of the back foot and bend your front knee nice and deep. Turn your shoulders to the side and widen your arms. Good. So careful again with the spine. We don't want the tail to escape the back and the ribs to escape the front. We want to stay tall by rolling the femur bone of the right leg toward the back. Nice. Let's reverse. Lean to the back as you lift your right arm up. And side angle. Let's come across the front. I'll challenge you this time to lower your right fingers toward the floor, but keep your heart open and left fingers lifting toward the ceiling. Yeah. Reversing the triangle. Straighten your leg as you slide to the back again. Change your arms so your right arm is up. Both legs are straight and scissor your legs toward each other. And traditional triangle, reach forward as you slide sideways. Same arms that we just did, same heart coming toward the front edge of your mat. Both legs are straight and scissoring toward each other. Warrior two again, bend your knee as you rise. So we'll come into a transition, finding a single leg lunge with the right leg in front. So as we turn the body, be careful to lift the heel of the foot in the back as you bring your hands to blocks or the floor on either side of your front foot. And you'll want to move your right foot to the right side of your mat. so that your knee and your ankle are directly under your armpit. Wiggle your back foot back so you can drop your hips and come into a nice deep lunge. Fingers on the outside if you can. Yeah, good. We're going to take a twist. If you'd like to drop your knee to be safe, go ahead and drop your knee. We're going to turn the shoulders toward the right so that they face that right knee. Yes. You can bring your right hand to the knee or the hip, or it could reach up toward the sky. Yeah. Very nice. Inhale as you unwind, step back into downward dog or child's pose. If you'd like to keep moving, you could go ahead and take that half vinyasa where we came into plank. We came to the floor, finding a back bend, and finding child's pose back here. Everybody rest in child's pose. Let your knees come down, settle your hips onto your feet, widen your knees. Let your forehead rest. Let your arms rest by bending your elbows and dragging your elbows closer to you. Yeah. We're going to go through that sequence again on the second side. So if you'd like to take a little sip of water break, okay, bring yourself into downward dog or table and make your way into standing forward fold. You can walk forward or backward, it doesn't matter. Again, find your way to stand up. If your spine is healthy, you can bend your knees and slowly roll. If you have any compromise in your spine and your joints of your back, you don't want to roll. Reaching your arms out and up overhead. Hands come to the heart to touch. Good. Let's turn the opposite way. We'll put the left foot in front for warrior two. Yeah. Bend into that left knee. Take your shoulders wide and your arms wide. Take this thigh bone and roll it toward the back, long edge of your mat, and feel that sitting bone pull forward. Yeah, nice and tall, arms open, gazing over the front fingers. Yeah. Reversing your warrior, lift up your left fingers as you lean toward the back. And the arm that's up, reach it up like you could push a button, right? Or turn a knob. Put some power there. And side angle, coming through warrior two. Lean and reach. Lower your fingers as if you're going to reach down to the floor. One hand up, one hand down. Now let's rise up, straighten your front leg and reverse your triangle. Lift your left hand. Reach your right fingers down the back. Zipper up the belly, squeeze your legs toward each other. Bring your upper body into neutral. Now we'll find triangle. Reach and lean to the left. Lower your left fingers as you reach your other arm up. Yeah. Here's a great place to really find that thigh bone rolling to the back. Bend your knee into warrior two, rise up. Good. Now we're going to take ourselves into that twisted lunge. So remember to lift the heel of the foot in the back as you turn your body towards the short edge of your mat. Move your foot wider so that you can bring your fingertips on either side. So if you have blocks, it's going to be a little more accessible to you. We don't want the butt up in the air, okay? So be sure you move your back foot back and bend your front knee so you really drop into a nice deep lunge. Yeah. If you want to put your knee down, go ahead. We're going to twist toward the knee, so toward your left. Turning your heart. close to the side. So reach your arms out in front, bring your thighs a little closer to each other so they're more parallel. Then walk your hands off to one side. Plant them flat on the ground, away from each other. Pull your hips away from your hands as you stretch your back. Yeah. Let's come across the center and change to the opposite side. Take your hands apart for this as if you're doing downward dog with them. And press into the ground as you traction. Pull your hips away, but you're pressing your palms down. Come back through the center. Now we're going to take a thread the needle here. So if you're protecting your spine, I want you to come up a little bit and have a very soft turn with one hand on your hip and one hand on the floor. Okay? If you feel safe in your back, you're going to come up just enough that you have space, a nice triangle underneath your arm. Take your right palm and turn it palm face up. Slide it underneath your arm. Reach it away from you as you drop your right shoulder. Then you could crawl your left fingers closer into your head. Lift your elbow pointed at the ceiling. Turning your shoulders opposite your hips. Yeah. Coming back, unwind. Twisting over the other way. Palm faces up, slide it across. Drop your shoulder, and in order to lift your other shoulder, bend your elbow, crawl your fingers in. And twist it deeper. Inhale as you unwind. Bring yourself again into standing forward fold. Carefully come up to standing mountain pose. We're going to take a couple balance activities next. So we're going to start standing on the right foot. So if you want to prepare, get your chair, get a table near the table, go stand near the wall on your right side. You're going to spread the right toes, drop your tailbone and zipper up your belly, then lift your other knee up and catch it in front. Yeah, good. So this right hand is totally extra. You can leave it at your low back. You can hold on to the wall or a chair. You can take it out into cactus. Flex your ankles so your foot is in neutral. Good. Now, if you remember when we did warrior two and triangle, we rotated the thigh bone open. So let's do that. Rotate the thigh bone open. Roll it so the sitting bone rolls forward. Nice open hip. Yeah. Your challenge here, if you're not challenged enough already, turn and look at your hand over here on the side. Nice job. Come back to the middle and release your legs. Step behind you a little bit, and as you put your heel down, you should feel a nice stretch in this hip flexor here in the front. Okay, shake that out, and we'll do the second side. If you're using the wall, you might want to turn around. If you have a chair, move it to the other side. Spread your left toes, drop your tail, zipper up your front, and gently lift up that knee on the other side. Your ankle is flexed, so it has purpose there. We want to activate all these muscles in the lower leg. Hand is optional. I'm going to put mine in cactus. Now we're going to pull the knee out wide. If we don't rotate the hip, though, we got our butt behind us. So we don't want to do that. We want to rotate the femur bone in its socket. Stay nice and tall. Good. Challenge. Look over to your hand. Keep breathing. Keep smiling. And then we come back to center. Good. Step back. Press your heel down and stretch up through that hip flexor. Yeah. Good. All right. Shake that out. Step forward with your right foot and back into a lunge. You'll let you keep your hands on your hips or your knee. We're going to pretend to come and practice coming into warrior three. Okay? Not pretend. Practice. So lift your heel up and back. You're on the balls of your foot on your left foot. Step forward enough that your knee is bent. Hips are square. And you can play with this a little. Shift forward, maybe drag your toe. Maybe that's where you go, and then go right back. If you're ready to come up, shift forward, drag your toe, then lift your heel. Maybe a little, maybe a lot. And put it back down. You can go up and down, you can hold still. Try to keep your hips square. Keep that knee from caving in by taking your outer hip and rolling your thigh wide. Yeah, good. Nice job. Let's change feet. Taking that high, very high lunge. Heel is off the ground in the back. You're on the balls of your foot. All your weight is coming into this front foot, so drag your toe forward and feel how that shifts the weight onto your front, and then put it back down. So have a look at your back foot if you're already up, and notice that the toe's pointing out to the side. And rotate down the whole leg. Yeah, a little bit more, Jane. Drop your hip. There, good. It feels like it's way out of whack, doesn't it? And come on back down. Good, all right. Nice work. Yeah, so that same activity will work sideways if you're doing warrior 2 to come into half moon. So we'll just take a real quick half moon practice. If you want to use the wall, those of you here in the class, you're welcome to bring your right side against the wall. So you would have your body in warrior 2 with the right leg open. And you can lean a little into that right foot so that your left foot drags closer to the center. And then practice shifting your weight onto your front foot. And drop your back foot down. Just play with that. Yeah. Turn sideways. Turn your shoulders. Yep. Warrior 2 faces sideways. Yep. If you're up against the wall, go ahead and put your back against the wall and feel yourself drag along so that you can lift your heel facing the side. Yeah, that's it, Fran. Really nice. Good. Yeah, that's it, Jane. Good. All right. That's it, Rose. Flex that back ankle. You got it. And we'll try the second side when you're ready. If you've done enough on one side, move over into the other leg. So remember, we keep our shoulders open. Oftentimes we get nervous about where the floor is and we want to turn and look at it, but warrior 2 is open shoulders. So you can keep yourself sliding sideways. Yeah, if you want to use your knee for the beginning or your shin in the beginning, leave your hand on your hip and let the arm be the last little piece of the puzzle. That's it, yeah. Good. Flex that ankle in the back, toes point straight ahead. Great job. And back to the center. Okay, this is one of my favorite shapes to practice at home on the wall. So if you're feeling really nervous about being able to stand up or support yourself, get against the wall and you can really slide down the side of the wall, and you can notice if your back leg is too far forward or too far backward. It really helps you gain confidence in where your standing leg is and what it's doing. Let's come down to the floor again, and this time we'll come onto our back for bridge pose. Feet go parallel, knees are no wider than the width of a small block. Press the arms and palms into the mat beside you. Take a breath in. Breathing out, press your low back as you peel up one vertebrae at a time. Hips reach toward the ceiling and hold here. If you would like to interlace your fingers underneath you, go right ahead. Rose feet are too wide, so bring them closer together. Good, much better. That's it. Breathe deeply. Try to relax your buttocks and instead push your feet. As you inhale, slowly, one vertebrae at a time, roll you back down. Squeeze and open your toes. Make any final stretches or movements that your body would like to make. Maybe another twist, maybe a deeper back bend. Perhaps you liked that upside down pigeon that we did earlier. And when you feel complete and ready, add your socks and your sweaters and allow yourself to settle into into Shavasana. Allow your breath to deepen. Inhale, relaxation. And with each exhalation, feel the anxiety, the stress, frustration, concern lift and float away. If you feel that you've run into some roadblocks recently, some speed bumps, practice here a visualization of yourself climbing over, rolling over. Doesn't have to be pretty, it usually isn't. Where you are right now, right where you need to be. With love surrounding you, with support surrounding you. We move forward. Begin to deepen your breath. Invite small movements into fingers and toes and wrists and ankles. Extending slowly arms in gratitude. Rolling onto your side, press yourself up into a comfortable seat. Bring your palms together at your heart as you bow your chin.